Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?
Speeding?
No, it's because your intro sucks. Please step out onto the curbside.
Hey, welcome back to another week of Curbside, the podcast where we talk about cars and everything to do with cars. I'm Jeff. I drive a Honda S2000 from 2004, and I'm your Taiwanese-American car nut person.
What's up, everybody? My name's Parth. I drive a 2016 M3, Indian American. What's good? What's good, everybody? Third week, man. We're pretty consistent now. We got up to 3.
Yep. Been trying to plug this thing every single possible way we could.
Thank you to all 52 people who at least started to listen to it. Who knows if you guys finished? Do appreciate you check it out, though. You know, last week we were at about, 1? So, yeah, this week, 52, man.
Yep.
Look at that.
And, you know, it's a good feeling to
It's
know
a good
that,
feeling.
you know, we're not just talking into the cloud that is the internet with no one listening.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to again Andrew, who as soon as I posted on YouTube was like, "Hey man, I'm listening to it," and then also our buddy Grant.
A boy Grant, dude. Shout out. Even though he used to. I don't know if he still drives a Prius. Grant, you still drive a Prius? I know. I realized I talked shit the first episode, and I realized shit. You know, I think Grant still drives a Prius. Oh no, he doesn't drive a Prius. He wants a Prius. He says that because he wants to trigger me. That's why. That's what it is. Yeah. So Grant, just remember, I'm listening and always paying attention.
Before we get into anything, you know how we were getting all heated about convertibles last week?
Yes, sir.
And we were talking about how there are some terrible convertibles out there.
Yes, sir.
You know what? One I can't believe I missed.
I missed one too, and it was brought to my attention by my buddy Brian, and I'm gonna make sure to say it on this one. But go ahead, you go first.
It was brought to my attention because I saw this on the road. It was the, I believe it's called the Nissan Murano Cross Cabriolet.
Oh.
That thing is the ugliest. Why? Why you buy is the question.
Cause convertible, that's why.
Nah. You buy a convertible, remember what was our criteria?
Okay, yeah, but again, that was like for people who are car people, but they also respect the convertible. Remember what I said about non-car people? They don't give a shit.
I mean, I don't know if you have to be a car person to look at that and be like, nah, that's wrong.
Well, somebody bought it.
Yeah, clearly, because I saw it on the road.
Exactly. So somebody should have liked it, I
Was
guess.
immediately
Sorta.
triggered.
No, it's pretty ugly. But another one, and this was brought to my attention by Brian, my boy, and shout out to him too. Actually, he listened to both our episodes. You know, I like that. Yeah, if y'all tell us, you know, if you listen to both our episodes or so far, whatever, we'll give you guys a shout out. We'll respect that. You know, we appreciate that. But anyway, so he told me. He was like, yo, bro, you forgot one of the ugliest ones. And I'm like, oh, shoot, what is it, man? He's like, dude, the Range Rover Evoque convertible. I'm like, oh, he's right. I'm like, he's right. We completely missed that one.
That's
Jeff.
in the same class as all these, like...
Yeah, it makes no sense. But, you know, he brought it to my attention. I'm like, dude, he's right, dude. That thing is absolutely atrocious. Like
Atrocious.
the Evoque, atrocious, bro. You know my. I'm not from here.
Are you not from here?
I'm not from here. But either way, atrocious. But the Evoque, dude, like, what? It's not good at all. Like,
Okay, if you would pick one, which one would you pick?
okay. I'd rather get the Kia SUV. That's gonna trigger Grant, but you know, he was pretty pissed that we liked that one.
But what if we cut the roof off that and made it a convertible?
Well, I'm moving to another planet, probably.
Dude, those
There's no
those
point.
things are so ugly. I mean, at least okay for me, the Evoque. I put that next to the Murano, and the Murano. Okay, the Evoque tries to keep that shape of an SUV. You know that box. The Murano.
Yeah, the box.
I don't know if you've seen the Murano. Like, it has this swoopy roof line, which makes it no longer an SUV. It's just a really big fat coupe. It's got 2 back windshields, because reasons, and the door is about like 12 feet long.
But like, think about the Evoque. Like, what is the purpose of the Evoque? The purpose of the Evoque is to be like the baby Range Rover, right? And we've seen, you know, on Top Gear, Grand Tour, all these other shows and all. It's not a bad off-roader. So what you're telling me that they're gonna go off-roading in this convertible baby Range Rover? Hello? And it's a 2-door. Well, Evoque is a 2-door too, but like you're gonna go off-roading in that? Like, I mean, this it obviously appeals to a specific market. Beverly Hills shouting you out again because y'all seem to attract this kind of market. But like, look at this, dude. Like, what do you expect to do? Take on the Rubicon in your Evoque convertible? Like, that makes sense. That, you know,
Actually, I would do that,
dude. No, dude.
Because you think about
that's
it.
dangerous.
You think about it, okay? People do.
I thought about it, and
People
no.
do the Rubicon in Jeeps without roofs on them.
That's different. That's a lifestyle, dude. This is not a lifestyle.
This could be the same lifestyle. You just go there.
That's not the same lifestyle, dude.
And then you I don't know, you pry the doors off of the Evoque.
And to be honest, I actually have a bit of a problem with people who buy Wranglers and then take the doors off of them and then go off-roading. That's a different topic, but I have problems with those people. Yes, I do. Because
why?
I have a problem.
It looks so fun.
Yeah, but like, you know, safety and shit.
Man.
That how are you like, and also on top of that, people who buy like Jeeps and then take the doors off of them, Jeff, we have seen those people. We have been to school with those people. Those are mostly the people that do that kind of stuff.
I mean, hey,
so
I would like to drive with
maybe
the doors
one
off.
of them is more. Well, you belong in the school we went to then. Goddamn.
Hey man, you forget I'm the guy that drives a convertible. I want as much sun and air in my face and my feet as possible.
Then buy a Murano, bro. Like, what's the purpose of that? You know,
hey man,
like, why would you go off roading without a roof on your head?
Why not? You get to enjoy the outdoors.
If you want to enjoy the outdoors, get out of the damn car and hike that trail then. What?
No, man.
I mean, this is not enjoying the outdoors.
You get to enjoy the outdoors at speed.
You're gonna get stung by a bee. I almost say hit by a bee.
What do you want to do then? Go off-roading in an enclosed box? That's lame, dude. That's
like
lame.
a Range Rover, a regular Range Rover, a regular Jeep Wrangler.
Oh, but people buy the Wrangler because you could take all the bits off of it.
No, dude. Because the problem is, see, a lot of cars for me, a lot of them have image, and you understand that. I have the image in my head. The people who drive these Jeep Wranglers without the doors off are the same people that went to our school, and they would go down to, you know, that one place and then buy acai bowls and say they're full. How are you full off of an acai bowl?
Hey,
bro, like, it's yogurt and granola bits. You're not full. That's like the part of your breakfast, you know? You can't get full off of that. And these are the same people that drive those damn Wranglers.
I don't know, man.
So that's why it triggers me.
I agree. There are those who drive the Wrangler like that. But I know there are those people who go off-roading with the doors off, and they're serious off-roaders. And they got these giant
Obviously they're not.
What are you talking about?
Obviously they're not, because they probably go and eat acai bowls after.
But if they go off-roading,
if you eat acai bowls and then you go off-roading, you're still not a true off-roader. Don't eat acai bowls and then go off-roading, then you're not shit. For getting me mad out here, Jeff. Should we go to the news now? Get me all riled up here for no reason. Bullshit with the doors, and you're not taking the roof off of an off-roader or the doors. Keep the doors on.
I'm gonna do that.
Oh, God.
And then I'm gonna chug a bunch of acai bowls in your face.
All right, why in my face? You don't eat your own damn acai bowls.
All right, let's go to the news.
Yeah, let's go to the news before somebody gets hurt. This podcast already took a turn. We were supposed to start the news a while ago.
So anyway, this week we're gonna do the news a little differently, because we're gonna do it first before we get into our broad topic this week, because we have one to discuss that a lot of people who have been listening have decided to want us to talk about. So we're gonna do that the second half. So, what do we have in the terms of news, Parth?
I had some news.
You had some news.
It relates to the topic we talked about last week.
Yes.
About Bugatti breaking the 300 mile per hour record.
Yeah.
oh boy, that has started something. And it's like, okay, so, obviously, yeah, it's cool, but there's a lot of people that are kind of like, not naysayers, but they're like, they don't have a very great view on what happened. And the reason is, okay, so, Bugatti broke the 300 mile per hour record, and they did it with a near production Chiron. It wasn't a production car.
Uh-huh.
So, and then on top of that, after all this, Bugatti then decides that the CEO of Bugatti decides that he's gonna throw some more fire, throw some more, what do you call that shit? Wood in the fire? Throw some more gas in the fire, fuel in the fire. Throw some more, yeah. So he said he's gonna
What's that crap that burns again?
Yeah. So he's gonna throw some more gas in the fire, and dude's like, oh, if we were testing it in Nevada, like where Koenigsegg did their top speed test, we would have hit 319 miles per hour. And then everyone's like, yo, hold up, wait, like, you guys need to calm down, because they did one test. Bugatti did one run. That's it. Around their, their big circle track out in Germany or wherever it is. It's specifically just for VW, right? They don't let anybody use that track except themselves. So people were like, excuse me, Bugatti? First of all, Koenigsegg, when they did their top speed run with the... I don't think it was a Jesko. I don't think they've done the Jesko yet, the new Jesko. I think it was the Agera R, when they did it. So Koenigsegg, what they had to do was they did one run. And one run down the road. And they did that, and then they had to do it again back the same direction. And then they averaged the speed of those two runs to give it the top speed. Obviously, that's already more than what Bugatti did. Bugatti just won around and did it one time on their circle track. All good. But on top of that, the Bugatti CEO then says, oh, if we would have done it, how Koenigsegg did, we would have had also an advantage because that road has a 3% decline. I'm like, this dude is getting really kind of like defensive about something.
Hey man, I mean, like for him, like if you go 3% decline, isn't that a 3% incline coming back the other way?
Exactly. That's what everybody's saying. Like, hey, do you realize that you guys did it one time around your little circle track? Koenigsegg had to do it twice and then average the two speeds.
Yeah.
Like, that's not fair. Like, what are you guys talking about? So, people are now getting pissed. They're like, this 300 mile per hour test doesn't really mean shit because that Chiron that went around, it's not a production car. Koenigsegg was a production car. Hennessy with their Venom, when they did it last time, and I'll talk about this next, but when they did it last time, that was a production car. You could buy that car. So, like, everyone's kind of like, all right, Bugatti, like, cool story, bro, but, like, you're already throwing shade, and you have, like, kind of very, like, not firm ground to stand on.
Hold on.
Then...
Did the Hennessy actually do 300?
No, so now, after this test, Hennessy's come out with a new Venom.
Yeah.
And that's about to go. And they're about to try to beat that record already.
Okay.
So, and they're kind of fired up, because they're like, yeah, Bugatti's thing was kind of shit and kind of bullshit. So yeah, we're about to beat this thing. Oh, and on top of that, so after all this happened, this all happened last week after 300 mile per hour test, and then Bugatti goes, "We're retiring from top speed tests now. We have achieved what we've always wanted to achieve, and we're done. We were the first company to hit 300 miles per hour. We are done, and we're no longer going to be doing top speed tests." Legit. That's what they said. We're done. Look, I have a.
It's the person who wins one round of a game and quits.
Yeah, so it's legit. That's what it is. So I have a quote here, from the president of Bugatti. Bugatti has once again shown what it's capable of. Our goal was to be the first manufacturer ever to reach the magic 300 mile per hour mark. We have now achieved this, making ourselves, the entire team, and myself incredibly proud. We have shown several times that we build the fastest car in the world. In future, we will focus on other areas. And then they go on to say that speed sells. Yeah, all right. It's good to have the car that hits 300 mile per hour record, but in reality, what really sells, what makes people buy cars, is luxury. So now they're going to be focusing on luxury aspects.
Hold on. But they were the ones that were like, oh yeah, we would have the advantage if we did it where Koenigsegg did it, and now they're like, nah, speed's not important. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. After all this stuff, after like we're literally days away from Hennessy sending their Venom. These guys are like, yeah, we hit 300 miles per hour. We did it first, so we don't give a shit anymore. Bye. Like, they're like, we're gonna focus on other aspects, like luxury. Luxury sells cars. Top speed helps, but luxury sells cars. I think I have a quote with this in here. Hang on. Speed might sell, but luxury sells at a higher price.
Okay. Okay, sure, sir.
So yeah, dude, this is like some like stuff going down after this like 300 mile per hour run, which is hilarious actually.
Has Koenigsegg said anything about this?
Nah, they're probably gonna send the Jessica out and probably break 400. Who knows?
I like Koenigsegg.
I like Koenigsegg as well.
What's the owner's name?
Christian von Koenigsegg.
Yeah, dude, that guy actually goes out and talks to
dude.
YouTubers and whatnot.
Not just YouTubers, dude. He talks to normal people. I ran into him at Monterey Car Week.
Oh,
Talked to him for like a minute. He's a nice guy, like down to earth. He's always out there in Car Week. He always brings a Koenigsegg over. Because there's like what, like 5 like Koenigsegg owners in the whole country? Or, well, probably like 10 maybe. But basically what they do is Koenigsegg themselves, the company, they organize for all the owners' cars to be shipped out to Monterey. And accommodation and staying and everything. And then Christian joins them and like hangs out with them for like a few days.
Man, that's cool. I respect that.
Yeah, and he's such a down-to-earth guy, dude. Like, I ran into him at Carmel Valley Ranch Hotel, and I'm like, oh, dude. I was like going to the bathroom, I was coming out, and then there was freaking Christian von Koenigsegg walking out. I'm like, oh, Mr. Koenigsegg. He's like, hello, how are you? And then like just talked to him for like a minute. And I'm just like, what the hell? I just talked to a guy who like makes cars. Hello. What?
Not just cars. Like
yeah. One of the best.
And millions of dollars of cars.
Yeah. So that was a kind of a weird experience, but really like nice guy. He wasn't like, I don't got time for you, kid. Beat it.
What do you think about this Venom? This Hennessy Venom?
I don't know. Dude, I mean, that car is like literally just... I would still rather have a Bugatti.
Right?
Even after, yeah. Because that car's purpose is to make records, and somebody will just buy it because of what it is. But as far as like the car itself... Like, they don't really care about you as an owner. They just care about beating the record and having somebody buy it, so it's a quote-unquote production car.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is when I look at it, okay, it looks nice. It doesn't look too bad. But when I see it, I feel like if I'm trying to go 300 miles an hour, I'm going to be scared the door's going to fall off, the windshield's going to fly out, or the car's just going to take off.
Or the wheels will come off.
Or the wheels will come off. Or the tires would explode.
Yeah.
It just seems like that sort of car when countless times people who have said they've driven the Bugatti, it's stable all the way up to insane speed.
Oh, dude, that's another thing that people were like complaining about. They're like, well, Bugatti spent so much, Bugatti and who was the manufacturer for the tire? Michelin. Was it Michelin? Yeah. So they're like, Michelin, they were in cahoots, and they spent so much time and effort and money into developing the tire just so it can go 300 miles per hour. And that's not fair, because Koenigsegg just did it on regular off-the-shelf, I forgot I think they did it on Pirellis. I don't remember. But, they did it on just off-the-shelf tires. I'm like, well, that's the clout of Bugatti. Why? That, I don't understand why you're hating on. Like, if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. So you guys should get on it, too. But
yeah, Bugatti has always been about over-engineering every single component of the car.
Yeah, so they were giving Michelin shit too, which they're like, why did you go the extra mile for them? I'm like, bro, like,
Michelin's just sitting there like,
yeah, Michelin's just probably like,
me
what?
too.
Me? Why are you hating on me?
Like people ask me to make tires. People ask me to make tires.
Yeah,
I will make tires.
Exactly. Yeah,
I don't understand.
I was so bewildered by that, dude.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, I'm not that impressed by the Chiron.
I mean, in what sense?
In the sense that, like, when the Veyron came out, that was groundbreaking, right?
It's got that's all these like specs. Okay, Jay, I have a rebuttal to your argument, but go ahead.
I'm just saying, like it's not. I'm not saying that the Chiron's not like an impressive feat of engineering, regardless or whatnot. But it's the same thing, basically, as what the Veyron was when it came out. It's the same. It's the same concept. It's still the W16. It's still the quad turbos. It's still all the ridiculous specs. There wasn't like all this like new age stuff when the Chiron came out, which I thought there'd be. But then at the same time, I'm like, it didn't have to be because they're actually making money off of this car now, unlike the Veyron.
Well, my rebuttal to that is when the Veyron came out, Obviously, It was like, whoa, this thing is literally designed for speed in comfort. In comfort. Not I didn't say and, I said in comfort. So, okay, that's new. Nobody's ever done that before. Because before that they're strapping rockets to cars on like lawn chairs. So that's what was happening before. But then that came around, it's like, okay, so you can be comfortable and go 250 miles an hour. Now, Chiron came out and was like, it's just kind of the same. Or like what you're saying is just kind of the same. Thing is, now, how do you relate that? It's like iPhones. First iPhone came out. Everyone's like, OMG, this thing is crazy. Like, look at that. Swipe to unlock. Holy shit. I'm amazed. Fast forward, iPhone 10 is just another iPhone. How are you going to get something that's already kind of shifted that entire segment one way? How are you going to get it to shift it again? Like, that's the thing. It's really hard to outdo yourself again when you've just completely changed the industry. So I don't think, like, okay, is it boring? No. Like, I think it's pretty fantastic. But you can't expect somebody to change the thing again,
But you see, you mentioned Apple, right?
Uh-huh.
The first iPhone came out and changed the game, okay?
Okay.
And then there was, like, the 2G, the iPhone 2G, which was basically the iPhone 1G. This is what it feels like. The Veyron and the Chiron feels like the S version of the phone. But iPhone was able to change the game again when they came out with the 4, with the Retina display, the front-facing camera, all this.
But it's still not as groundbreaking as the first one.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't think like they're gonna. So
that's how it is with Bugatti. That's how it is with Bugatti. They will never be able to do that again until something else completely comes out. Which is just that's how it is.
But it's just that it wasn't. It wasn't like a 1 to 4 jump. It was 1 to 2G jump.
No, dude, I disagree. I think first of all in the looks department, the Chiron has a lot going for it, more than the Veyron did.
Oh yeah, no, I think it definitely is. It like for me, Chiron looks like an updated version of the Veyron, which I'm fine with, but it just wasn't. It didn't blow my pants off like a lot of cars these days do. You know what I mean?
Okay, I guess. Yeah, yeah. But at the same time, it's kind of like, Chiron, That's all I have for the news, by the way, because everything else is going to come up in our second section.
Okay, well, before we get into that, I've got a little bit of funny news that I saw today.
Go ahead.
Did you hear the news about Aston Martin?
What news?
Okay, here's the headline. Aston Martin will make you a custom lair for your cars.
Like a garage?
No, not like a garage. Like a bat cave.
What?
Yeah, so the pictures they have on this, okay, is they have the Aston Martin. One of the pictures is it's surrounded by like this glass tube, okay, and it's got like a garden around it. And then there's another one where it's like underground. There's a spiral little like ramp going down. The Aston Martin's in the middle, surrounded by like waterfalls.
What the? Okay.
Aston Martin's Q design will now do this for you.
All right, I'm down.
To have basically a bat cave for your car.
So, like, do they build it somewhere else or like under your house? So, like, how does that work?
Like, I guess wherever you want it.
Okay, all right.
Okay, the news is interesting in itself, right?
Yeah.
But here's the fun part. Car and Driver tweeted this out. Okay. The first reply is, "That looks expensive."
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody give that guy a medal.
My guy.
He hit it right on the head.
So that was that made me laugh a bit.
All right, fun things with money that we can't ever have. Good.
Yep. Speaking of money, how about we move on to our sponsored break?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so this is our sponsored break for this episode, and surprisingly, I believe we do have a sponsor part.
We have a sponsor. It's amazing. So our sponsors, yeah, real. No, this is real, guys. Like we made it, man. We made it. We're out here with a sponsor. This week's sponsor is brought to you by Sapien. So Sapien is an up-and-coming company. It's a blockchain-based social network that rewards users for high-quality content with cryptocurrency. So you go and make content. So it's basically user-provided content. You have some content you want to provide. you can go and do it at Sapien Network. And they reward you for it in cryptocurrency. So, it's this new, the new movement, Jeff, with cryptocurrency, decentralizing everything. So, it's hip, it's new. Go check it out. You can check it out at www.sapien.network to start earning. And you can start earning today. It's a pretty cool platform, Jeff. Played around with it for a little bit. And interesting, man. Interesting. In a day and age of news, the typical social media stuff, it's kind of refreshing to see something different with a different take on it. So, yeah, guys, check it out. We got a sponsor, so please do check it out, And, that's pretty much it, Jeff.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Sapien, for supporting the show.
Yeah, thank you, Sapien.
If you want to sponsor our show, email us at the Curbside Podcast at gmail.com, and we'll get back to you.
And we're also more super official now. Check out the website, thecurbsidepodcast.com. All the links and everything over there, and you can contact us through there too. So go and check it out. Jeff did good work with that.
Yep. So let's get back to talking about cars.
Cars.
Now that we got you loose, I can hear the birds waking early to saying that it's never too soon.
Okay, so Parth.
Yes, sir.
Did you hear the news?
What news?
Porsche
news. EV.
Porsche has released the Taycan.
Taycan? I'm guessing it's Taycan because, K-Man. I don't know, dude. I'm making shit up.
There's also the Macan and stuff. But anyway, they released the Taycan, Toucan Sam a day after we recorded our last podcast.
Yeah, so that's Porsche's fault.
Come on, guys. Come on. Didn't you get the memo?
Yeah, Porsche didn't get the memo.
We have this podcast to record.
Kanye West got the memo. I'm just making shit up now.
Anyway, Taycan is Porsche's new EV. A lot of people are saying it is the number one contender to be an actual Tesla competitor.
I got a problem with that right away, though.
Yes.
Isn't it expensive? Like, the entry cost is pretty high.
Yes.
How much?
So here it is, okay? I've got a spec sheet of everything.
Ooh.
Kind of. On paper, it doesn't look good for the Taycan. I gotta figure out how to say this.
Let's call it the Taycan for now.
Yeah, we'll say Taycan.
Yeah.
Okay? 0 to 60. Tesla does it in 2.4. The Taycan does it in 2.8. Range, Tesla 345. Taycan 250. Battery efficiency, miles per kilowatt hours. Tesla is 3.45. Taycan is 2.68. Time to charge, 17.4 for the Tesla, 18 for the Taycan. That's
But
minutes.
Jeff, before you continue the spec sheets, the Taycan actually has an option. If you have the 350 kilowatt high output charging station, if you go to one of those high output charging stations, it charges faster.
Yeah. It actually does. It does.
Than the
have
Tesla.
I think it's the fastest charging thingamabob right now.
Yeah.
But okay, MSRP for a Model S Performance is $99,000. For the Taycan, it's $150,000.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with it.
Yeah. So on paper, Porsche doesn't look good.
But here's the thing: I would still have the Porsche.
Same.
Yeah,
Me too.
And that is right. That reason right there is why this car will do good. I don't know if it'll do good as a Tesla, because I feel like this car is appealing more to the car enthusiast who would like to dabble in the electric car universe.
Exactly. It is not like so many other people are trying to do, is just to make a straight up Tesla competitor.
Yeah, Tesla's a fad. Let's get that straight. Like, is Tesla's a fad? Like, it's like iPhones. You know, you gotta have the latest and greatest iPhone. Now it's like, you gotta have the latest and greatest Tesla. If you don't know jack shit about cars, that doesn't mean anything. You still want the latest and greatest Tesla. But now this Porsche, I feel like, is aimed more at the car enthusiast who wants to get his hands on something, you know, not a Tesla.
This is, I believe, first and foremost, a Porsche.
Yes.
Porsche has made it to be a Porsche.
Yeah.
Like, if a Porsche was electric, this is what it would be.
It looks nice, Jeff.
It does. I mean, kind of, the headlights and the vents under it, kind of, the face kind of doesn't do it for me, because it kind of looks like it's crying.
Oh,
Sad.
really?
Yeah.
I like it because first, I don't know if you remember the concept. Like when
Yeah,
they
the
came out with
Mission
it. Yeah. It looks almost like that. And I like that a lot. I like the Mission E a lot. And this one, you know, of course you have to dumb it down a little bit for regulations and all that other stuff. But like, so far, dude, I'm down with that.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Kind of sad, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, you look inside, that's a Porsche interior.
Yeah.
Okay? And Porsche has quality interiors. And what I like about what Porsche is doing with this car is that they're not giving it a stupid name. Well, they kind of are.
I mean, Taycan. Like, what's a Taycan? We don't even know if it's called Taycan. That's a pretty dumb name.
What I'm trying to get at is it's not called an I something or an E something. They're making a car first for people who want to drive a car. Okay?
You know why I'm laughing?
Why?
Because I just remembered they're trying that really hard because they have a Taycan, Taycan Turbo, and a Taycan Turbo S, which that threw me off because I was like, wait, I thought this car was fully electric. And you find out it is fully electric, but they're just calling the one with better specs a turbo.
That's the second thing I want to talk about, okay? About this car. I like that they're not doing stupid names and they're just naming it to be a car. But what I don't like is that they're calling it a turbo and a Turbo S. Porsche, what the heck are you turboing?
I was very confused by that, dude. Because I was like, oh, dude, the Taycan finally dropped. That's sick, dude. EV car, you know, from Porsche. And then I saw Taycan Turbo and Turbo S. I'm like, wait, this has an engine in it? I thought it was supposed to have an engine in it. And then I find out, no, it doesn't have an engine, but it's just, they're just calling it the Turbo for the one that's better spec.
Why are you doing this? Turbo is a thing you put on an internal combustion engine.
All the turbo owners right now, the 911 turbo owners, they're like, what? What is this?
Anyway, okay. So, guess what Elon Musk tweets? Elon Musk tweets at Porsche, this word turbo does not mean what you think it does.
Oh, Lord.
And Jalopnik responds to this. And Jalopnik says, at Elon Musk, this word autopilot does not mean what you think it does.
Wow. Oh my God. Elon Musk just got trolled. And he is a troll.
Yeah. Thank you, Jalopnik.
Oh my God.
Okay, here's the thing, okay? I don't have any problem with Elon Musk, and I don't really have a problem with Tesla in general as a company. Okay, Elon Musk is just a troll with a bunch of money, and he puts his money where his mouth is. And I don't have a problem with Tesla because if I think about it, Tesla is actually a pretty insane company. Tesla has had an amazing business model. They make pretty great cars, being a new company, and they have, they're really good at marketing. Okay? We know autopilot technology has been out since the early 2000s. Cars have had radar-guided cruise control and lane keep assist for the longest time. Tesla just decided to call it autopilot, as Apple does, like we were talking about Apple earlier. It's not like they invented the technology, but they just packaged it into a way that people could understand.
Yeah, they made it better. They marketed it better.
Yeah, exactly. And to do what Tesla has done is impressive. There hasn't been like a new car company in decades that has been able to burst into the mainstream market as a car company, which is insane. But here's the thing. Here's the problem I have. I have a problem with all these Tesla fanboys and owners.
Oh, yeah.
That have decided to launch themselves into the car world.
Yeah.
Where they know nothing about and have decided, yes, we know everything about cars.
Yeah, talk your shit, Jeff, yeah.
The car world isn't a walled-off garden.
Yeah.
Okay? If you want to welcome yourself into it and you want to be open-minded and learn about it, welcome. But if you're going to be a freaking Tesla guy and worship God Elon Musk and then bow down to every single car he makes and not acknowledge that, okay, like, oh, Tesla has the best interior, even though, like, the panel gaps are as wide as the devil's butt crack. And then, like, the build quality isn't as great as it could be for that price. And the fact that sometimes they catch on fire, if you're not going to acknowledge any of that,
Yeah.
Because you're such a fanboy of this.
Go off, Jeff. Keep going off.
Don't come into
stop.
my car world and be like, hey,
Yeah.
Teslas are the only car you should ever buy.
Fuck you.
You know what I mean, Par? You know what I mean?
Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. That's right.
I like Tesla. I would like to own a Tesla, okay? For my commute and whatnot. Seems like a good logical decision to me. But I'm just mad at these people who come into my world of cars and say, your car sucks.
Yeah, they're like
Only buy a
weeds.
Tesla.
You know?
Exactly.
They just pop out and they're like, hey, my thing can go to 0-60 faster than yours. And you're like, who the hell are you? Who invited you? What? Like, hello? Who are you?
And don't come at me, bro, saying that, hey, you just don't like it because it's new technology. Boy, I've been following Tesla since they made the very first Roadster, okay? Before the Model S was even in Elon Musk's mind. Okay, maybe it was in his mind, but in the public's mind, okay?
Okay, I was going to be like, yeah, somebody it has to have been in his mind. All right, calm down there, Jeff. Now you're getting a little crazy. No, I agree. I don't like the owners. And, okay, there's those guys that pop up into the car world. They're like, yeah, bro, my Tesla, it could run 0-60 like so much faster than your car. First of all, congratulations. Nobody invited you. Go back to the world you came from. Thank you. Now, my other problem is just that these people that think they're saving the world with buying Teslas, like they're like some sort of like new age, Greenpeace heroes. Like, hello, like congratulations, you bought a Tesla. That's fantastic. Now, don't let it get to your head. Like,
That's a big.
you
That's
know-
a perfect
you-
thing.
you know-
Don't let it
you know
get to
what-
your head.
You know what I think? It's all these people that used to drive Priuses, Like, all these people used to drive Priuses. And, Prius came out, like 10 years ago now? Or was it a little more or less?
I don't know.
So,
I
Prius
don't pay
came out
attention to
a minute ago. Now, I feel like all these people, they used to drive Priuses. They went to work, they had a job, they made some money, they made more money, they got a promotion, they made a little bit more money. Now, they're living a comfortable life, they take a vacation with their family, they go to Greece. Jeff, they go to Greece for their family vacation. Instead of going to some other fucking place, they go to Greece. And, they like to experience the world, and they post on Instagram about how they love their family and everything. And they come back home, they drive the Prius from the airport, and they live a very fulfilled life, very wholesome life. They're conscious people. They use recycling. They compost. And you know what happened? These guys, they made a little bit more money, and they're like, I can step up my game, and they bought a Tesla. So all the people that used to drive Priuses now own Teslas. That's what happened, Jeff.
Yep. And then they walk into our world, and you know what they're doing to our world?
I blame Elon Musk for this shit, because he was like P100D performance 0-60. They put all these numbers in these guys' heads. Then they're like, oh, I'm a car guy now. I bought a Tesla. I'm a car guy. No, you're not. You're not. Unless you are a car guy, but that's different. But most of the people, you're not a car guy.
Yeah, because Elon Musk himself is a car guy.
Yeah,
this.
he used to own the F1.
Yeah,
McLaren.
exactly.
Yeah.
But what he has indirectly done is
He's empowered the non-car people.
He has turned the car, okay, this thing that so many people have a passion for, into basically what is an appliance. You read reviews, you look at video reviews about this car, and they just talk about all the technology it has, all the range it has, and whatnot, which is all great stuff, which I love, which is fantastic. Like, the Tesla does that fantastically well. But they never tell me how it drives, how it handles. I've driven a Model 3. It handles remarkably well.
Uh-huh.
But that just completely gets cut out of the review, or it just becomes like a 2-second statement.
Yeah.
Being a car person is knowing how a car drives, knowing how it makes you feel. And I don't know, it's just taking that away from all of it.
Yeah, and like you said, I don't really have a problem with the car as much. Like, it's an electric car. It just kind of goes against what I believe in, which is I feel like a car should entice emotion. Like, I feel like at some point the acceleration, the handling, and all that stuff, it gets old. That it just does. It has to still give you some sort of emotion and theatrics and little nuances and tricks and stuff like that. Like when I park in the garage, I want to hear the oil dripping onto the oil pan, and you know, I want to smell the smell of the car after it's been driven hard and it's hot, you know. So like there's like other things of it that this car cannot bring you, but you know, as you said, like for maybe a daily or something where you don't really need to think about driving too much. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I can see myself getting one, but I really have a problem with the people that buy them. I really do. You know, Jeff, I live out in the East Bay, pretty close to the Tesla factory. Yeah. I see these things all the time, man. All the time. Like, you go down the road, and they have, like, a little delivery center there. These guys are whipping these Teslas back and forth all the time from the factory to the delivery center. And you see a ton of them. Like, at this point, I've become jaded to Teslas. Yeah. And I've driven them. I've driven an X. I've driven an S. And I don't think I drove a 3 yet. I'm not sure. Yeah. But they drive fantastic. The X, I was blown. Like, that you know, the thing that initially blows you away, especially a car person, is you put your foot down and, like, warp speed happens. You know, you see the thing like Star Wars where, like, you're going into, the, you know, the warp speed shit. So that's what it feels like. Like, as if the entire world is, like, woo, and just kind of, like, blowing past you. So that's cool. It's fun and all that stuff, you know. But look at Tesla themselves. Like, they know who their clientele is. It's and you know I hate to do this, and I'm profiling here. I am profiling everybody. Might be a little insensitive, but I already told you in the first episode I'm insensitive. So it's these Bay Area, I call them Bay Area yuppies. You know, like they're just all about the hype and shit, and like the tech hype. You know, so. They're the ones that go and buy Teslas because look at the autopilot. Look at the big iPad in the middle. Look at the fact that I don't have to drive this car and this car drives. Bruh, you're not a car guy. So don't come at me with that. And you tell me, like, I bought this car because of the convenience of not having to drive it as a car. I'd be like, oh, cool. That's cool. You know, I can respect that. And be like, yeah, I'm not a car guy, though, but I think this car is pretty cool. Like, the tech and all this stuff. And, you know, I'm not going to go 0 to 60 in, like, 2 point whatever seconds, but that's pretty cool that this car can do that. I'll be like, yeah, man, that's actually pretty cool. Nice. But don't come at me now and be like, yo, why you got that M3 now? You know, like my Tesla can beat the shit out of your M3. I'm like, okay, who invited you? Like, go away. Like, you know, oh, congratulations, man. You got a moving washing machine. And because of these people, they make me not like the brand. That's the problem. Like, I feel like that's a lot with me and my friends and other people I know, is if we take a second to slow down and look at Tesla as a brand, forget about the people that buy them and all that stuff. It's a decent brand. They have their own problems as well.
Which
like
I don't blame them for because they're a big company.
And they're trying to disrupt the market. Like, they're
which
like,
is impressive
these cars,
in itself.
like, for what they are, like you just saw, the Taycan is $150,000 starting. So if Tesla ever came out, with their Model S like that, this company would have been gone. So they have to do this, like, very relatively low prices on these cars to make it happen. But my thing is, like, own what you are. You know what I'm saying? You're an electric car company that is making cars, that is changing the way you're trying to make cars. But don't get on your high horse about being like Greenpeace Army and green forever and recycle is life, you know, shit. So, like, that's these kind of people. And they try to make the car something that it's not. Like, oh, so this gets me to my next thing, Jeff. The other tweet by Elon Musk. You know this one? So, Elon tweets, September 5th, yesterday. Model S on Nürburgring next week. So the Taycan apparently went around the ring and set 7 minutes 42 seconds. Now, what? The Model S has been out for years, bro. Why does he have to send it around the ring now? What are you trying to prove? Then you know the worst part is, Jeff, if this car goes around the ring faster than the Taycan, all these guys who are buying Teslas and don't know shit about cars, they'll know this stat.
Yeah.
They'll know this stat. Yeah.
At least the silver lining to that story is that at least he's bringing the driving aspect back into it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I still like the Taycan better.
I do like the Taycan. You can tell Porsche is making this for drivers. Yeah. It has a 2-speed transmission in it.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting.
Which seems strange, but it does that because that way you could drive it repeatedly, quickly around a track.
Yeah.
Because when you put a Tesla in the ludicrous mode and floor it a couple times, it goes into limp mode. Right?
Yeah.
Just
Great
so the
performance car,
motor-
Tesla.
Just so the motor doesn't burn up. But the Porsche is meant to do that constantly over and over again.
Yeah. And another thing that pisses me off, Jeff, is stop showing me videos of Tesla Model S drag racing against X car. Whatever it is. We know it's fast. It's a freaking electric car. All the torque is available at the very, very big, like, and when you press the throttle, all the torque's available. We get it. Congratulations.
I respect Tesla as a company. I respect, you know, I would say maybe I don't know. I don't know if they're a majority or a minority, but a good amount of Tesla owners who, you know, buy the car because they like it or buy the car because they need to get from A to B or whatnot and whatnot. I just don't respect the fanboys that, you know, some of them don't even own Teslas. that you can't even say a single bad thing about the car, about the company or anything. People like that. Yeah. Elon Musk doesn't give a crap about you guys, okay? You don't have to defend him so much.
Yeah, he doesn't. He actually doesn't. He's just
trying to sell you
he's
cars.
using your money to fund his SpaceX stuff. That's what he cares about.
Okay? Yeah. It's a business. In the long term, okay, businesses, no matter how much they say it, they can't care about each one of us individually. So there's no need for us to go all up in arms if someone goes and criticizes maybe a small thing about it. Anyway, that's our show for this week. And that's our opinion on Tesla, EVs in general and whatnot. We've talked about wanting to delve deeper into it on the first episode, and a lot of you requested it. And, you know, that's my take. That's what it is. Thank you all for listening. If you are, you could check out our new website. That's thecurbsidepodcast.com. You can listen to our podcast there, and there's also a link to our Libsyn page there, which gives you the link to all the other platforms we're on. We're on TuneIn, we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. We also have a Twitter page. It's a Curbside Pod. You could @ us. If you want us to talk about a specific topic or want to share anything with us, you could also do that on our Facebook page, facebook.com/thecurbsidepodcast. And you could email us at thecurbsidepodcast@gmail.com. Oh, also, there's a blog section on our website that we might be posting articles or whatnot if we're bored to it, so you can go check that out.
Most likely they'll check out the Facebook. Usually be resharing and posting things on there, car related stuff. And another thing is this week's talks about electric vehicles and all that, it was kind of requested by a few of the viewers or listeners that we have. So we take that in consideration. If there's anything you guys want us to talk about or any kind of topic that you want us to kind of dive into, just shoot us an email, at the email that Jeff told you guys about earlier. And let us know. We'll take in consideration. We would love to have any kind of topics and stuff, So, man, just let us know.
All right, guys. I also want to thank Kid Dope for letting us use his song, Fast Cars and Wild Hearts, as our theme song. Again, my name is Jeff.
And I'm Parth.
And remember, drive safe, and life is too short to drive boring cars.